House hacking. It's a pretty trendy term these days. As a person in the age range where a lot of my friends are buying houses or looking to buy a house, I know a lot of them have asked me about it. And also as my time as a real estate photographer and briefly as a real estate agent, people brought up ADUs, mother-in-law suites, often hoping to house hack. Perhaps you've also come across the term, watched a couple videos on it, you've read a couple articles, but I'm willing to bet that my current house hack is the most unique one that you're gonna come across. It's also one of the best examples of it. I think it's a perfect setup or near perfect setup. I'm excited to take you guys through it. If you aren't familiar with house hacking, in short, it's the practice of buying a multi-unit property, living in one of them and renting out the other units, using the rental income generated from those units to pay down some or all of your living expenses, such as your mortgage, taxes, insurance, utilities, and hopefully you can also profit from this. Yeah, most people will think of a duplex, threeplex, fourplex, mother-in-law suite, ADU. In actuality, you could do that with any property. You could buy a normal 4-bedroom house or 3. Live in one of the rooms and rent out the other rooms. You would then share the living room and kitchen, or not. You don't have to share at all. You could keep them to yourself as long as you can find a guest that is willing to order takeout every day. They're out there, and of course, if you price it right, you can get anyone through your door. You could also consider renting short-term, like on Airbnb, versus long-term, more like finding a roommate, or somewhere in between, which I personally do a lot of, especially after 2020. Yeah, I rent a lot to travel nurses who have 3-month contracts or 6-month contracts, or interns, or people that are transitioning from city to city, like people that just moved to Seattle and are hoping to find their more permanent home or apartment. In the future, we'll go more in depth into the finances of it. But in short, yeah, that's my 10-second explanation of it. Was it actually 10 seconds? Well, I don't know. All right, I'm sure you all are on the edge of your seats waiting to see what this house looks like. Yeah, not only do I think it's one of the most perfect examples of house hacking, yeah, it's also been a fantastic sandbox for me to experiment with marketing, operations, guest experience, renovations, and stuff like that. Yeah, and here's why. It's 14 bedrooms. What? Yeah, it's 14 bedrooms. In this video, we're only going to go through the guest side because I don't have permission from the architect and designer who's working on our side. That's my wife. She's actually an architectural designer though, and she's actually my wife. We're working on a handful of projects and it's not pretty enough for the camera yet. So yeah, stay tuned for that. A lot of upcoming content, a lot of renovations that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, subscribe. So enough of that. Let's pull up the details of the house. All right, I need to look this up because there's a lot of numbers here. It's 14 bedrooms, 2 master baths, 1 full bath, 2 shower rooms, 8 half baths, 1 full kitchen, 2 kitchenettes, 3-car garage, great room, 2 living rooms, and 6,900 square feet. All right, so those are the numbers. Let's go check out the guest side. Here is our front door. Our side is a normal 4-bedroom house. It has its own full kitchen, living room, garages, laundry room, and over there is the guest front door. This is the mud room, or the guest entrance. This is where the guests would trade their shoes in for slippers. Moving down this hallway, as you can see, there's plenty of rooms on the sides of the hall. I even put these fancy room numbers on them to help guests find their room when they check in. This was especially important during short-term rentals. Here's a guest closet, which is a closet where I keep a lot of the stuff that guests may only occasionally need, that they most likely wouldn't bring on their trip, you can check out my previous video to see what's in there. So all my rooms are currently occupied, so you are all going to have to settle for photos of the room. As you can see, all the rooms have lovely high ceilings, huge windows, nice trim, wood floors, and there is a half bath in each room. Now, that's one of the main things that makes this house really special and works so perfectly for renting out. The half bath is a sink and toilet, so they can have plenty of privacy doing the most important stuff. Moving down these two hallways here, there's more rooms and there are shower rooms. So these shower rooms are lovely, floor to ceiling tile, and they are only a shower room. There's no sink, there's no toilet, so no one ever takes too long in here. And I haven't had any complaints about not being able to shower. So yeah, 6 rooms downstairs share 2 shower rooms. As we move on, here we enter in the great room. In the great room here, there are beautiful French doors that lead to the backyard and patio. There's also a kitchenette and laundry room. Anyone could use the great room, including Betty and myself, but primarily it is used by the downstairs guests. This kitchenette here, as you can see, it is just a kitchenette. There's no full stove or oven. There is a countertop stove, and there is a toaster oven, microwave. It's plenty for people to cook what they need. But yeah, I plan on doing a fully functional kitchen in between the showers and TV. That way we can keep all the cooking smells and odors and sounds enclosed. Because the great room is so big, the smells and the noises just permeate and echo throughout the house pretty much. All right, so back into the hallway and up this cute little spiral staircase, we enter in the second floor suite. Here's another living room. There are 4 total bedrooms up here. One of them is similar to the bedrooms downstairs in that it has a half bath. It also has a balcony and a walk-in closet. So it's a really nice room. The 3 other rooms don't have any sink and toilet, so they all share the master bath up here. But as you can see, it's a really lovely master bath. There's also a kitchenette through here. As you can see, it has windows all over and you can see into the beautiful backyard. As we go past this last room here, there's another little library that no one ever uses. So I allowed one guest to move his TV out here temporarily. All right, so yeah, let's pop into the backyard. Now this is in the middle of winter in Seattle, so it's not the best time to see it, but nonetheless, it's not bad. Yeah, this patio is lovely for sipping coffee, reading a book, doing work, mainly in summer or spring or fall, just not winter. On this side here, we have some beautiful hydrangeas that bloom in the summer. We have a garden walkway over here. On this second tier here, we plan on doing a Japanese inspired rock garden. And on the other side, we just planted this grass, but moles have already messed it up. I mean, look at this, man. Yeah, I mean, I thought there was mole netting under here, but I don't know what happened. All right, third tier. On this side, we have the vegetable garden. We just got that planter. A lot more to do to make it really nice. On this side here, the dogs love to run around, and I also want to put in some decking, some seating, a gazebo, or a fire pit. You know, just something to hang out up here because it's nice. Right past the slack line, we have a slope that is lovely in the winter. It's just a great slope to sled down. All right, well, that's pretty much it for the guest side. We ran through that pretty quick. Let me know if you guys have any questions about it. This video isn't intended to be a flex or anything like that. This house is going to be the source of a lot of upcoming content, and I just want to give everyone the lay of the land so we can talk about it. We're going to talk about all those things that I'm experimenting with, marketing, operations, guest experience, renovations. I also hope to inspire anyone who's jumping into real estate investing, house hacking, property management, rental properties, or even just buying a home, to be creative and think outside the box to see if you can make something interesting work. Quick backstory. This house used to be an elder care, which is why there are so many rooms. And it was appealing to me because it doesn't look like a commercial property, it doesn't look like an apartment building. It looks like a normal house. And I guess the most important part was that the space that me and Betty would be living in is completely separate from the guest side. There's a big old wall separating their side and our side. That way we don't have to see the guests. You know, we have our privacy, they have their privacy. And that was one of the main ways I could convince Betty to jump on board with this. It's essentially a, you know, normal 4-bedroom house with a giant 10-bedroom attachment. Yeah, it was also in super excellent condition and very well built. And okay, I admit I got super lucky with this. As you know, I'm a real estate photographer. I was hired to take photos of this property as it was being listed for sale. So that was a very fortunate situation there. And the house was plenty big. It took a while to take photos, so I had a lot of time to think about it. And with my experience with Airbnb in the past, I knew this house really had potential and I could make something happen. Yeah, so pretty crazy, pretty fortunate. Like I said, I'll be diving more into all the details, how I set stuff up and, you know, this and that in future videos, so stay tuned. Thanks so much for joining me on this tour. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to sharing more of this with you. All right, well, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.